And then, let's say, after I did my little drug thing, which the father had said, hey, I want you guys to, he said, a person that experienced something is a great teacher because he went through it. But one that is better than that is the one who observes.
Better than that.
Yeah, the one who observes. Okay? But he said he wanted us to try it one day and leave it alone. He said, that damn heroin, he said, man, that is the sweetest high on the planet. He said, that's why it kills so many of us. So I want you to leave it alone. Man, I went out there, tried that shit. I couldn't turn it loose. I had King Kong, Mighty Joe Young, all the motherfuckers on my back. You know, so what I did was I self-exiled myself. I said that I had too much respect for the father and my brothers who I was raised up with to come around them like that. You know.
So when did that occur? When did you?
That started in the 70s.
70. Okay, so this is after the Allah returned.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, I had started dipping dabbing in the late 60s, but mainstream 70s. You know. Shit, I OD'd 13 times.
OD'd 13 times.
Yeah, I couldn't even use my arms because I had so many tracks. I started going into veins here and whatnot. I was around people, man, that women shot inside their vagina. You know, because they didn't have no veins, because all their veins had collapsed from the over use.
They veins.
Yeah, you know. And then I always stayed with a certain amount of people, like 2 or 3, no more than 4, who I was tight knit with. Because motherfuckers back in them days would do like this. So and so OD, and they would get up and run and leave him to die. So we found out a method. You know, so if one of us was getting ready to OD, we would shoot salt into the vein. You shoot salt into the vein, and the salt would go through the bloodstream and eat up the heroin.
Wow. So how did you know that you were getting ready to OD though?
Oh, you knew. You going out like look, it started getting darker, darker, and darker. It was like a shade going over here. And well, anyhow, I got through that, and one day we was shooting up in my house, and my mother had died for the police ass which she took.
Oh wow! It was a incident with they beat your mother.
Yeah, and
she died from that.
Yeah, and I was there.
Wow.
I was there, you know, and we was shooting up in my house, and I was going out, and they was ready with the salt shot, and I could hear my sister saying, "What the hell's going on in here? That nigga in here shooting dope and our mama just died? Let that nigga die." You know, this and that, and it was my sister Deborah. They said that I started turning blue, and she said, "Now give him the salt shot." And they gave me the salt shot. I came through it, and I made a promise that I wouldn't shoot no more. You know, I kicked cold turkey.
Oh, you walked away from the cold turkey?
Yeah.
That must have been rough.
Oh, it was. So I told my sister, I said, you know, you locked me in my room. I said, don't listen to the shit that I tell you, because I'm be telling you some good shit, you know. So don't pay me no mind. Yeah, and I was actually slipping money up under the door. Tell them, just go get me one, just one more. And I swear, words bond, all that good shit. You know, they kept my money but never brought me no dope back. You know, I had hot and cold, chills and sweats, and I urinated all over myself. I shitted all in the room. I did 5 days in that room.
So 5 days. It took 5 days for you to
start coming back to normal, slowly but surely.
To start, at least begin coming back to normal. 5 days to begin.
Yeah. Oh, it was rough, man. Soup, drinking soup. It's time to get something down in the stomach. You know, all that other stuff. Oh, man. Getting myself back together.
And what year was this?
Oh, man, that was probably the 80s. That was probably the 80s, yeah. That was the 80s, man. Because it was nothing that the drug program could do for me. Or the alcohol program could do for me. Or either it was just me going in there saying that getting the money and the money, the car fare that they was giving me wasn't.
It wasn't much, but that was something just
to go to the liquor store and do. You know, so he wasn't doing nothing for me. I had went to this club. I was in the alcohol program. Went to this club. No, not the club. Went to this bar downtown Brooklyn on Willoughby and Bridge Street. And then finally see a bunch of my supervisors and them sitting there at the bar. Yo, what y'all doing up in there? And me, I pulled the sheet off any motherfucking body. Me, I couldn't wait to get back to the program. Guess what I see at the club? Yeah. You know, he wrote the supervisor's license plate numbers down on the blackboard. They threw me out. They threw me out, and who else threw me out? Up on Bedford Avenue, they threw my ass out up there too. Cause I wouldn't get up and speak, you know. So, you know, everybody supposed to share.
Right.
And I was there for 2 weeks, and I hadn't done no sharing. So, the guy said, "Look, either you speak today or leave." You know, like that. I said, if I get up and go, I ain't no get my 2 tokens. So, and see, I needed me a drink. So I said, okay. And I got up and I told him the truth.
You told him the truth?
Yeah, I told him the truth. I said, look, I've been listening to y'all guys, man. Y'all sit up here talking about alcohol, caused you to lose your job, your home because you didn't pay your rent, your car, you lost this and that, your families and this and that. I'm saying, I'll tell you something. Alcohol saved my life. They said, so I said, yeah, I was coming out the bar one day, drunk. I said, and the nigga tried to take my goddamn leather jacket. I said, if I didn't have that alcohol in me, he either took my jacket. I said, I whooped that nigga's ass. The instructor did like said, hey, get up, get out. Get out. I'm sitting in here trying to help these people not to drink, and you talking right. Because some of the people in the group did like they said, yeah, man, I remember I was drunk one night too. You know, but we used to call it false courage. When you drink and you want to fight every motherfucking body.
Right. False courage.
Yeah, false courage. You know. So
you went from dealing with the heroin and you went to alcohol.
Alcohol was first.
Alcohol was first.
That was when we was gang banging.
Alcohol was gang banging. Okay.
Yeah,
Right,
so
okay.
drinking was always there.
Mm.
You know, it was always there. We were doing drugs or not.
So the alcohol continued after
Yeah.
you kicked the heroin.
You're right. Alcohol was still there.
Mm.
I didn't stop drinking alcohol until 2007.
Oh.
Yeah, that's when I started. That's when my niece had her first child, and I raised her. Time she came through the door, I said, "Give me that thing." And I raised her till she got 10 years old, and I came back to New York.
Oh, so where were you at that time?
2007, I was in North Carolina.
North Carolina. So those years that you were going through the alcoholism and the heroin thing, that was in North Carolina.
That was the heroin shit was here in New York.
In New York.
Alcohol stayed with me until like 2007.
If Mecca did this.